No, no, I give up. No, 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 I give up. No, no, can't deny it. No, no, I give up. No, 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 I give up.
15 death row prisoners with crazy last meal requests. No matter how terribly you've lived your life and whatever bad stuff you have done, death row prisoners are allowed to pick one last meal of his or her choice. Different countries have different traditions in this regard. Historically in France, no formal last meal was granted to the death row prisoners, just a little glass of rum. Wondering what are some of the strangest last meal choices from death row prisoners have been? We, from Hooked Up, have compiled a list of some of the most bizarre and oddest choices death row inmates have selected for their last meals. Prepare yourself, because this will have you shaking your head. 15. Victor Harry Fuger. Victor was tried and convicted for murder in the court. He was sentenced to death by hanging right away. As a last meal, he requested a single olive with pit in it. He left many people curious with his insane choice of meals, as if he wants to put a final full stop at the end of his journey. 14. Philip Workman. Philip Workman's last meal request is one of the most bizarre on the list. Workman, who was executed by the state of Tennessee in 2007, asked the prison to give a large vegetarian pizza to a homeless person in Nashville, declining his own meal. Though the prison refused, many other people across Tennessee fulfilled his wish and brought hundreds of pizzas to homeless shelters on his execution day. 13. Timothy McVeigh. Timothy was involved in Oklahoma City bombing. Before getting executed, he asked for 2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream. We all wonder how he managed to keep the second pint cool while eating the first one. It is impossible for him to eat the whole ice cream that fast without getting it melted. Let's hope he had a good cheat day. 12. Bobby Wayne Woods. Bobby got arrested for kidnapping and murdering an 11-year-old victim. He requested for 2 chicken fried steaks, 2 fried chicken breasts, 3 pork chops, 2 burgers, 4 slices of bread, a ½ pound of fried potatoes, ½ pound of onion rings, chocolate cake, and 2 pitchers of milk. Now that's one extravagant last meal. 11. Robert Alton Harris. After committing robbery, burglary, and murder, Robert opted for 2 Tombstone pizzas, 21 pieces of KFC chicken, ice cream, jelly beans, 6 Pepsi cans, and lastly, a pack of cigarettes. If you're start to smoking, I suppose the most suitable time would be right before your death. Well, he initially wanted originally a Domino's pizza, but then he changed his mind by asking for Tombstone pizzas. Seriously, I hope it was for the irony. 10. James Edward Smith. James confessed that he murdered someone during a robbery inside the International Trade Center in Houston. As his last meal, he wanted dirt. Yes, you heard it right. James ordered dirt in order to perform some creepy kind of voodoo ritual before dying. Dirt is really not on the list of acceptable foods, so he had to work with yogurt, which they thought was the most similar thing to dirt. Can't imagine how that conversation must have went down in the prison. 9. Thomas J. Grasso. Executed by the state of Oklahoma in 1995. Grasso also ordered a hefty menu. His last meal request included 2 dozen steamed mussels, 2 dozen steamed clams, half a dozen barbecued spare ribs, a Burger King double cheeseburger, 2 strawberry milkshakes, half a pumpkin pie with whipped cream, and diced strawberries. Grasso also ordered a 16-ounce can of spaghetti and meatballs, later complaining that he asked for SpaghettiOs, not just spaghetti. 8. Killer clown John Wayne Gacy. This serial killer murdered scores of young people. Gacy is relatively unusual for a serial killer because he was a successful businessman, and before his death sentence, he certainly put on a show as well. For his last meal, he had 12 deep-fried prawns, a whole bucket full of chicken from KFC, fries, a pound of strawberries, and a bottle of Diet Coke. Maybe he was watching his weight. 7. Garry Karl Simmons Jr. Another death row inmate who ordered more than he could realistically eat. Garry Karl Simmons Jr. ordered a smorgasbord of 1 Pizza Hut Supreme deep dish pizza with double mushrooms, double onions, double jalapeno peppers, and double pepperoni, a second pizza with 3 cheeses, olives, bell peppers, tomatoes, garlic, and Italian sausage, 10 8-ounce packs of each Parmesan cheese, that's 5 pounds of cheese, and ranch dressing, 10 cups of dressing, 8 ounces of jalapeno nacho cheese, 4 ounces of sliced jalapenos, 2 20-ounce cherry cokes, 2 large strawberry shakes, 2 pints of strawberry ice cream, and 1 family-sized bag of Dorito nacho cheese flavor. The calorie count of the meal? 29,000 calories. 6. Saddam Hussein. Former Iraqi President Saddam Hussein was executed by hanging in 2006. There is a fair bit of dispute to what Hussein's last meal was. Some sources claim it was mostly Western food, even eating a hamburger and fries before the execution, while others say he was offered chicken and shawarma rice right before the execution but declined. 5. Ray Rector. Ray Rector's last meal doesn't seem out of the ordinary. He asked for a steak, fried chicken, cherry Kool-Aid, and a slice of pecan pie. The strange part comes at the end of his meal. Rector left the pecan pie, telling the guard he was saving it for later. 4. J Menial. One of the largest death row inmate meals in history was requested by J Menial. The 42-year-old asked for 20 beef tacos, 20 beef enchiladas, 2 double cheeseburgers, a jalapeno pizza, fried chicken, spaghetti, fruitcake, half of a chocolate cake and half of a vanilla cake, cookies and cream and caramel pecan fudge ice cream, 2 Cokes, 2 Pepsis, 2 root beers, and 2 glasses of orange juice. 3. Ronnie Lee Gardner. Ronnie killed a man during a robbery. After being transported to a hearing for his crimes, he killed an attorney. He got life in prison for the first, then the death penalty for the second. As his last meal, Gardner requested a lobster tail, steak, apple pie, vanilla ice cream, 7-Up while watching Lord of the Rings. 2. Dennis Bagwell. Executed in 2005, Bagwell invaded the home of Ronald Boone, who returned to his Texas home to find the bodies of his wife Leona McVeigh, his daughter Libby Best, and his granddaughters, Reba Best and Tassie Boone. For his last meal, he requested a steak, fried chicken, barbecue ribs, fries, onion rings, bacon, a dozen scrambled eggs with onions, fried taters with onions, sliced tomatoes, a salad with ranch dressing, 2 hamburgers with everything, peach pie, milk and coffee, iced tea with real sugar. He actually finished everything. And number 1, Lawrence Russell. By far the strangest and longest death row inmate's last meal request. Lawrence Russell Brewer asked for a massive helping of food, 2 chicken fried steaks and sliced onions dripping in gravy, a triple meat bacon cheeseburger with everything on the side, 1 cheese omelet with ground beef, tomatoes, onions, bell peppers, and jalapenos, a big bowl of fried okra with ketchup, 1 pound of barbecued meat and half a loaf of white bread, 3 fajitas with all the toppings, a Pizza Hut meat lovers pizza, a pint of Blue Bell vanilla ice cream, a slab of peanut butter fudge with crushed peanuts on top, and 3 root beers. Though most prison systems might not grant such a large request, the Texas prison system did at the time, which has since changed. When the food arrived, Brewer refused to eat, saying he wasn't hungry. Strange, eh? That's it for today's viewers. Which one of these last meal requests was the most surprising for you? Comment below to let us know. And don't forget to subscribe to Hooked Up for more awesome content. See you in the next video.